What's up, Panda dudes? Peter von Panda here. Hey, ordered myself a couple of nightstands. I ordered some for Reno cheap nightstands before, which are fine, which work fine. The only thing I didn't like about them is they're like 18 or 19 inches tall, and a 24 or 25 inch tall nightstand kind of matches the height of a bed so much better. It just looks so much better. So I wanted something cheap. Got it in this espresso finish from Winsome, and this is a little bit more of a traditional nightstand. With a drawer and a door. It's kind of more fuller, and as you can see here, 25 inches high, 19 inches wide, 15 inches deep. I ordered two of them, obviously, for kind of either side of the bed, and this is how they come. They're pretty big. They seem like they're pretty heavy. So let's go ahead and get them unpacked and set up and take a look at them. All right, so there are a lot of parts to this mofo. I don't think it'll be super hard to set up, but it's definitely one of the harder kind of do-at-home things that I've seen before. And I wanted to show you a little sample of what you get. This is like one of the drawer sides here, but it appears to be actual wood, which is kind of nice. Not a full kind of laminate or anything on it. Now, here's where there's this cut, and I think you can kind of see what I'm talking about here a little bit, is that it's kind of like, it's wood, but it's like a press board. It is a little bit like the manufactured wood. You can kind of see where that cut is, and it kind of feels like nylon, that nylon plastic, essentially, but the other pieces here that are going to be exposed seem a little bit better. And again, you can kind of see how the material is manufactured and then cut and routed there. But, if you look at the front here, it looks pretty good. And it certainly feels better than stuff that's laminated, or, maybe there is a laminate on it, but I guess it doesn't necessarily strike me as laminate like obviously the cheaper pieces of assemble yourself furniture. So it kind of feels and looks a little bit better, but it's still like an engineered wood, but it appears to be real wood. If it's not an engineered wood, then it's some sort of like really soft wood, like an ash or something like that, I think. But all right, let's get the thing built. Alright guys, overall I'm pretty happy with it. You are going to want your trusty cordless drill when putting in those screws, but that's pretty much the only thing you need in terms of tools. The instructions are also pretty good, actually pretty good for constructing it at home. Now, I will say this does seem to be a little bit nicer than some of the other constructed home materials. There are some plugs, which I haven't put in here. You can see here kind of the fit and finish is pretty nice. Now the sides here, and then obviously the floor of the drawer, and also the floor inside this cabinet are laminate, and the backing too, kind of that thick press board type laminate. A couple of things that I'm pretty impressed with is the height and the material feels a lot better than a lot of other assemble at home furniture, including metal hardware that looks like it's painted with a kind of a metallic paint. It's actually kind of a little like silver goldish, which is maybe a little funny, but I think it's supposed to be like silver. And then this front panel is obviously laminate too. All these hinges are pre-installed, and one of the things that I do like is that there is a magnet here and a little metal plate on the door, so it does close shut and stay shut on its own. There's also on the drawer, so the drawer doesn't have any rollers. It just, these bars that you install on the side are all that the drawer slots slide on, so it's not smooth like a roller bar or anything like that. There is a little stop right here that you can rotate up, or it kind of falls down, but if you rotate it up here, and then appears to be a screw on the backside, you can probably tighten that down to keep the drawer from coming all the way out. Otherwise it will just come all the way out like I did. Now, pretty big cavernous storage area here. So you can definitely put, you know, books and some materials, and definitely can work like some storage. But overall, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, let's go ahead and just throw this in the bedroom and see how it looks compared to what I had before. So here's this little Ferrino nightstand, just a laminate little tiny thing. And you can see it's quite a bit lower than the bed itself. It works, but in terms of, you know, kind of fitting the bed and the style and the proportions of everything else in the room, it's a little bit small in my opinion. So let's take a look at the new cabinet. So I think overall worlds better. Just now it's basically equal height as the mattress, so you can just kind of reach over and grab your phone or turn on the lamp. This espresso finish is pretty nice. It seems to match the espresso finish of this Zinus bed. Check out my review on that. That has held up really, really nicely. And then you can have some true, honest to God storage. And so it's actually kind of a nice, upgrade, I think, for not a lot of money. The Ferrino nightstand was, you know, 20 bucks, and this one was only about 40. So I would definitely go with something like this. I just think it looks so much better and much higher quality. It's definitely a step up for not a lot of money. So there it is. The Espresso nightstand. Peter von Panda out.